Hello friends, you're most welcome to my YouTube channel once again, and today we're going to look at something different. The other time we looked at the introduction to the search strategies, and I believe you still know the search strategies as I told you in the previous video. So in today's video, let us look at something else. We are going to look at a different thing, and that is here. Let's look at the truncations and the wild cards. This is what I was telling you about the different the different database that the search database uses. So in today's video we are going to look at the truncations and the wild cards. So these are, for example, let us start straight away. In our first slides we have the truncations and the wildcards as I introduced to you before. So truncations and wildcards are such techniques that use special symbols to find variations of words. These tools help you broaden your search and capture different spellings or words ending without typing every version manually. So as I told you before in the previous video, remember we're looking at the different there was the other part of the database. You don't use the right database for a specific search stuff, you get the wrong answer. So this brings us to the truncations and the wildcards. Just like they're telling us here, the truncations and wildcard are such techniques that use special symbols to find variations of words. These tools helps you broaden your search and capture different spellings or word ending without typing every version manually. Yeah, you may not type the whole word manually, but by use of these symbols you're able to get your aimed answer. So let's go straight to the when to use them. Exactly, this is the question: when do we use them? So truncations you use when a word has multiple endings. We have the GS9, e.g. we have the singular or the plural, different parts of speech that all share the same root. So this is what we are referring. This is when we can use the truncation. We use truncation when a word has multiple endings. You get, for example, we have singular or even plural, different parts of speech. Then wildcard use when a word has internal spelling variations. For example, we can have British versus American English, the British English versus the American English. Or when you are unsure of the exact spelling. When you're unsure of the exact spelling, this is what you can do. So let us look at some of the different symbols, the common symbols, and how you can use them in your search, in your research, in your search skills. For example, let us see, we have the symbols, we have the techniques, we have the usage, and the examples even. So I pray you understand this, because it will help you a lot, not just learning, even tomorrow it will help you somewhere. So we have the asterisk, which is the star. I hope you can see this sign on my PC, this very first one, this symbol. You hope you're seeing it, and it is a truncation. So this one replaces any number of character at the end of a word. It replaces any number at the end, as in of a character at the end of every word. So you can use this and you will get the exact answer that you're looking for. For example, you can compute this and find, you can even the results can be computer or even computing or even computation. You can still get the same. This I told that you can use this when you are unsure of the spelling, but at the end you're able to get the answers. Then the other thing, we have the question mark, and question mark is a word card. So it replaces 0 or 1 character, usually in the middle. So we have the P. You can put this P then question mark. It will give you the result as pediatric, finds pediatric and pediatric. This is when you are unsure of the spelling. Remember I told you before. Then we have the $sign, and it is a wildcard. It is used in some database like the Ovid to replace a string of character at the end. That is when we use this $sign. For example, we have Jean, then you can put this finds. It can find for you women or even woman. Then we have comma. Comma is also a wildcard, and it separates items in series. The sample size was small, but the results were statistically significant. So these are some of the common symbols that we've got in the truncations and in the cards. So you are able to differentiate between the different techniques. When you put in and you are in your search, you're able to get these different answers, and you can get your expected answers. Thank you very much, dear friends. This is as brief as it is under truncations and the wildcards. Hope you will be able to use these signs appropriately. Until we meet again in my next video. I love you so much. Please, if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. And if you have any questions, I'll be able to answer. Until we meet again in my next video. Bye.